What up? What up? Happy Monday, boys and girls. Tuesday. Sorry, Christ. Might need to restart. Psych. Today is episode 129 of Crew Talk Sports. It is April 21st. Dante, hopefully you didn't get your Snoop Dogg on yesterday. 420 status. Watching that Nuggets loss. It's Chilla Bets. We got Dante. Great episode lined up for you guys. Dante, let's jump straight into it, man. Did you bet Tyler Reddick and NASCAR parlayed with a little Nuggets action? Because that didn't work yesterday, bud.
I did bet on the Nuggets. I they had a prop bet on DraftKings for more points, profit boost between Ant and Jokic, hammered Jokic, and then I did a parlay Jokic triple double, Nuggets money line. 0 for 2 last night.
Yeah, over two, man. Ant came out on fire. Just you, you really saw that he wanted to win this game. They were all in. I thought maybe they'd be like, "Oh, let's rest his little knee, whatever." No, guns blazing, man. Guns blazing out of him. Uh, if there was a doubt that he's a little banged up or injured, I don't think so, man. I think he's more explosive than ever. You hear McDaniels talking shit about the Nuggets defense. Is it Edwards or is it the D? Both. Ant's a problem. I mean, he is, and it's going to be a great series. I think that I was like, oh, it'll be a gentleman's sweep. I do think they should have won that game yesterday, the Nuggets, but T-Wolves ain't going to go out without a fight, man. So you saw it last night. Um, just an electric game. I don't know. What are your thoughts? You're the biggest Nuggets hater, so we'll start with you, and I'll bring us back down to reality and kind of give my true take. But go ahead.
I mean, the Timberwolves, they're scrappy, they're physical, and like I've been saying this whole series, they're literally the whole team was built to beat the Nuggets. So I mean, Denver's still a better team. I am a Nuggets hater, but in the fact where I'm just being realistic, and I just don't think this team's on the level of OKC, but they're still nice. They're still good. The problem with the Nuggets is they just have to be firing on all cylinders. They can't afford to have any missteps or, I mean, they got. I wanted to see them get out to a quicker start last night, and they did. Then they're up 12, and then they end up being tied at halftime on that Murray buzzer beater. So, they always have this one quarter where they just get outplayed, and then they
Yeah.
really got outplayed at the end of the game too because it was close, and then they just couldn't get anything done in the clutch time.
Jokic and Murray combined for 4 points, I think, in the last like however many minutes. Yeah, you hate to
Yeah.
see it, but I thought, I thought the defensive strategy from the Timberwolves was interesting. I thought the way they used their bench, Bones Highland, for those of you who don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I think Finch is outsmarting and outclassing Adelman in terms of substitutes. Um, Ant is out there when Jokic isn't. I think we got to counter that in some way. I know it's like in the regular season we rest Jokic at the certain point of the third quarter carry. Well, they're taking advantage of it, right? And I think like little things like that, I think the coach can kind of give you a nod. I think he helps out with you got to help out when it's streaks, right? NBA's basketball is a game of streaks and like stopping it, giving it to a guy who can score. I thought Jamal was okay till the fourth quarter, but that shot selection in the last end of the game, I kind of put on coaching too. It's like take your time and hit a three and tie the game, force up an ugly two. I like again getting back to the defensive matchup. I thought when they put so obviously Gobert on Jokic and like Jokic has been pretty successful with that. I do think in a 7 game series, it's like it's a tougher matchup. They substituted in. You got Julius Randle played some defense on him too, and then you got Nas Reed. Obviously, like you said, like they're kind of a different team built. Whereas like if we play Houston, we're not gonna have that problem, right? But
Right.
at the same time, Jokic has got to be a little bit more motivated to put the ball in the hoop. 1 from 7 from 3 point land. You hate to see that. I think that's settling, in my opinion. I I found myself
Well,
contradicting myself, and he's had a couple air balls from three too. So I think he's settling on the outside. That floater that he was driving in, he forced the pass to Braun. Braun has no intent. His free throw shooting yesterday was disappointing too. 5 of 7, but the last one was clutch. But you hear him talking shit about the defensive. Like nobody on this team can play defense. Our defense has to get better. That's a fact. Valanciunas 2 minutes 0 points. We didn't play him at the end of the regular season, so I'm wondering if like that was a good strategy, right? Seth Jones is still getting minutes. I don't know. He just comes in, gets 3 fouls, and then leaves. I don't know. Bruce Brown, Hardaway kind of did their thing. Hardaway stepped in the first half, clutch, kind of disappeared in the second half, not taking as many 3-pointers. You'd like to see him put some more of those up to the Jokic, in my opinion. But Aaron Gordon, 8 points. You could start there too. Like, there's a lot of things I think we could have done better. I think everything happened perfectly for the Timberwolves. Jokic, Murray. Jokic dominated the second quarter, or the third quarter, just dominated it. And then in the fourth quarter, he kind of like just disappeared. And you can't have your best player do that. Let's just be honest. So take it on the chin. I mean, the thoughts of a gentleman sweep are still out there for Nuggets, but
Tough to drop one at home.
I think Adelman needs to step up his game a little bit. NBA people say like, "Oh, coaching doesn't matter." That's not true at all. I think Finch is outclassing him in terms of substitutions, timeouts, play calling, if there is. I just think that that's a tough thing, and a lot of people are going to blame Adelman, and I can already feel it and see it. And he does look lost sometimes, at some point. So you think if you had a veteran coach, what would have been different? But it's like, do you guys want, the dude who just got fired from the Bucks? Like, do you want like what are the other options? So I'm okay. It's like it sucked. It was a great game. It sucked. You wanted to win it, but the production dropped from Jokic and Murray. Those are the two best players. They didn't score in the fourth quarter. It's like if Ant and Julius Randle scored 2 points in the fourth quarter, I guarantee you we win. I wanted to take a second to McDaniels talking shit. 0 from 3-pointer. He had 14 points. He's like, nobody plays defense on the Nuggets. Just run at him. I'd expect our defensive intensity to step up, tomorrow night. So we'll see. We do got Avs firing off here pretty soon. Has it started yet?
Not yet. Real quick. What up, Dak? He said, "What's good, fellas? Nuggets are gonna be okay." I agree. They'll be okay this round, but they still got OKC waiting in the wings. So, but I thought Christian Braun had a nice game. 5 for 9 from 3-point. He had 16 points, big three early, and then kind of like died out as the game went on. You're right. Aaron Gordon, need to see a little bit more from him. I don't know. I think the Timberwolves just kind of knew going on the road or going back home down 2 versus tied is huge. They almost feel like they have the advantage now because boom, we get to go play 2 at home. So I don't know. Like you said, is it coaching? I definitely think the Nuggets have a good roster. I don't think you really got to start. That's why you got to look at Adelman and be like, okay, bro, this is, you should be not getting outsmarted like this and just like have some better situational awareness at times. But they're growing pains, So I guess this is how he learns. The problem is if he just keeps doing the same thing over and over versus if he learns from it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're totally okay. It's going to be okay. It was a great game. Props to the T-Wolves, It's going to be a series, man. You're up 19 at home. That should be the game. I don't care what's going on. You're up 19 in the first half. You gotta. You could even talk about how like you need to be blowing them out and rest your players. Good teams do that. Saw OKC put the shitty Suns away. But Avs live right now. We're on a power play. 1 minute 17 left. I got eyes on it, bud. So I don't. You could really sit here and really like. I was listening to some post game chat yesterday on the Twitter sphere. I found some random profile. They're hating on him, dude. It's fire everybody, trade Jamal. It's like sickening, dude. It's just like calm down. Like we haven't lost in a month. This was the first time we lost in 1 month. Everybody relax. But we just want to see sweeps, bud. We just want to see never losing. Can never lose. Broncos can never lose. Nuggets can never lose. Rockies can lose because it's funny to laugh at them. The Avs can never lose. It's time to be realistic, man. It's the playoffs. So, next game is going to be what? Thursday? Wednesday. So, all eyes on that, man. Really need a Netcast goal, by the way. Netches. Could I get him a goal real quick? Wanted to touch on the Avs game. 2-1. Kind of a little snoozer. I don't mind seeing these types of games from the Avs, like grind it out type of games, because usually, the Avs want to like score and put a shit ton on you and pressure, 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 man. But I love seeing the fact that they can grind out games. We got some comments here. Jordan, buy 3, never. Where's your Avs gear? It's Broncos all day. Netch's first, McKinnon first. Let us know who you got, love. Whoever she bets gonna first.
Yeah, whoever she's betting first goal scorer.
Every time, dude. Every
tailing.
time. It'll be like that one. Malinsky was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Wanted to talk, a little ads. Not sure if you were watching it or watching your NASCAR.
Oh, yeah.
Little snoozer of a game. Like I said, don't mind the grind. Love to see it. A dub's a dub. Hopefully they can open up a little bit. I was talking to some Abs faithful here. Oh my God, they almost just scored. Talking to some Abs faithful, they're like, dude, if we can beat teams in multiple ways, there's no chance anybody's gonna hang with us. She has Marty.
Nuggets on Thursday.
That's right, because it's a travel day.
Draft.
Draft day at bowling. Oh God, a lot going on. We'll get into the NFL draft too, but first, let's play a little something from our sponsors here, Dante. If you want. Go ahead, bud.
Enough plus by the lamps we lit. You can decorate your home, you can get them as a gift. You can modify your own, you can make them as you wish. You can get it for your parents or your homies or your kids. The lights are waterproof for that someone that you're with. We know you gonna shine, let us show them how you live. If you really about that glow, then we can show you what it is.
So let's get into go ahead and tell us about how NASCAR went. Reddick won. I want to give you a shout out to Abs Toyota parlay. Could have been the freest cash of all time. Love that was plus money too. I was talking to somebody out here in Washington actually who bought like a Tyler Reddick. I don't even know. She's big into trading cards. So like, I don't know if it was a card, a piece of the vehicle or something. She says it was one of one. She says since this season started, she's had this piece for a couple of years. Since this season started, people have been offering her like quadruple what she got it for. I told her to hold on because it doesn't look like the Toyotas are slowing down. I don't know if you want to summarize what happened, how the rest of the bets did. Bubba took top 10. You love seeing that. That was free as fuck. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was nice. Sunday I had dual screens, Avs on one, NASCAR on the other. I'm waiting for the Avs to start right now, but they got this stupid Buffalo Boston blowout on. So
I'm watching it right now.
I know. But yeah, NASCAR, it was honestly kind of a little bit of a not that most action-packed race, kind of boring. Denny Hamlin dominated the first stage, Kyle Larson dominated the second stage, and then it looked like the race was pretty much over. Tyler Reddick was dominating the third stage, and then on literally 2 laps to go, he all of a sudden like slows down and goes into the wall. Well, he apparently ran out of gas, and the NASCARs, they have like a fuel reserve switch, so it's like enough to get you 2 laps. You flip a switch and it releases it. So he was like trying to hit that and then like cause him to steer into the wall. Like imagine you're changing the radio station or something, not looking. So he goes in the wall. Denny Hamlin passes him, and then they're like, half a turn from taking the white flag for it to be the last lap of the race, and a back marker car blew a tire and spins out, caution. So now they go into like their overtime or whatever, and everyone pits. Denny Hamlin comes out, and Kyle Larson like got a really good restart, took the lead, checked out. I thought he was gone, and then all of a sudden here comes Tyler Reddick, just boom, right by him, and nice little finish, some action. Reddick is crazy. He's won 5 races this year, 5 out of the 9. It's really insane. It's pretty cool. After every race, they're interviewing Michael Jordan because he's there, dude. He's so invested. Like, it's pretty crazy, honestly. So good race. Bubba did good. Like I told you, the Toyota was free money there. For a
Where
second,
did Bubba finish?
I think it was.
I saw he was top 10. And then I got another question in terms of NASCAR for those like people who don't know. How is like this Tyler Reddick season starting? Like, how rare is it? Like, in terms of like, does this happen often? Is this pretty fucking rare? Like what's going on?
This is uncharted territory. First driver to win 5 of the first 9. No one had ever won the 3 in a row like he did to start the year. So this has been crazy. Bubba was 5th. So good day for Bubba. It was Larson 2nd. Larson has not won in over a year almost. So
and he's always the favorite, dude. He's always like top 3 favorites, bro.
Because I think everyone's just like, oh, this is the week. You know what I mean? Like when someone gets
Yeah.
to be so due, I think that's kind of where he's at. Denny was pissed after the race. Denny Hamlin does a podcast and he was like, and you know, my guy Kyle Busch, just a little NASCAR drama for you. They're like, what's wrong with Kyle? Is it the car? And he basically is like, no, I mean, he's pretty washed up. So Kyle Busch is getting lapped by Denny Hamlin, and he's like trying to hold up Denny, and he's like, I'm gonna make his life hell. He doesn't know how shitty my car is. So little drama out there on the track too.
Love to see it. I'm sure you'll talk a little NASCAR Friday, but what are your thoughts for this weekend's race?
I wish Ev was here. This is your dartboard, Talladega. So close your eyes, throw a dart, and that's who's winning. It could be
Bubba.
Bubba's won there before.
Give me Bubba Wallace.
So it'll be long shot odds all weekend on the NASCAR. So I'll come up with some picks.
Yes, send the picks. Bubba top 10. You heard it here first. Not sure for those of you who saw it. I think this guy's turned back into the dirtbag that everybody thought he was. Bryson DeChambeau put on some shenanigans in the Live Tour. So I wasn't following this, but I followed up on it. He's bitching about he is in a bunker, right? This dude loves being in these bunkers, and he's bitching. He's actually last year. So let's go back. Last year, he's yelling at the person like, "This is the worst bunker I've ever played in, ever. You can get hurt." Fast forward to this year, finds himself in a bunker, shanks it, sends it over the green. This is shit, Dante, that I do probably 4 or 5 times around. You know. So he's on the opposite side of the green, and he's like, "What is this? What is this?" And it's like a pile of rough where the people are walking. Like, you know, it's rough. It's not the fairway. It's not good conditions. You don't want to hit it over here. He's bitching. He's like, "Oh, you know, this is like horrible, blah, blah, blah." He ends up missing some putts, withdraws, saying that he had a wrist injury. So I hear a lot of people saying, and I agree with this. All right. And I don't know where this is going to go. Avs are now the Kings are on a power play, so fuck me. But that DeChambeau has a PR. You know, imagine like last year, it's his PR team, and he's like, "What should we do for me to be more likable? My image, blah blah blah. Live, obviously, everybody hates me." They do this like YouTube, like do this YouTube thing, golf with the president, do this and that, and like golf with like Grant Horvath, and blah 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 blah. People will like you. Great save for the Avs. So I think he fired these PR people because he's such a dick, and he was like, "Dude, I don't need you guys. Watch." Breakdown back in Mexico City. The dude does not like that tournament. Dude, why are you in the Live? You know, Live also, I heard it's a run out of their Saudi money. So
yes,
this guy is really flirting on the golf. Is funny because it's like me and you can go out there and act like assholes and accidentally drive the cart into the bunker, right? Me and you could do that, okay? But if we see Sergio Garcia spit in a hole, or if we see DeChambeau bitch about the rough, which, you know, is like honestly greater than the rough that anywhere that we've ever played, right? It's like we hate him. And I think it's interesting that that's how like that sport works, is like we hold the golf etiquette to the professionals higher than anything we've ever even liked. We're farting in backswings, you know?
We're rooting for a hockey fight.
God forbid these motherfuckers, you know, like talk shit about something, or, you know, I think that's funny. 1 minute left on the power play.
I saw Max Homa, same thing. He was like, he had some comments after the Masters about Garcia messing up the tee box and stuff. This week, literally throws his club into the ground. So, yeah, dude, Bryson, the YouTube videos and stuff were definitely cool. And I was a hater, and I was like, well, I guess he's not that bad, but his true colors are shining, and he's so hard to root for, honestly.
I mean, dude, he was already on my shit list after we, you know, on the pod. I talk about how this guy should dominate the Masters, and then he just totally fucks us. And yeah, the shenanigans, dude, this isn't something new. Anybody who doesn't know, like, go watch the rope incident. Just type in Bryson DeChambeau rope when he like chokes on the rope and then like blames the fans, like
Crazy
he's
fight.
been also like he couldn't find his ball, and you know how they have ball finders, like these guys who just watch the drives. Well, some dude found it and was like, "It's right here," and he's like, "Are you gonna move?" It's like, "Well, bro, he's just showing you." He's like, "Where is it? Are you gonna move?" Like, gives the guy like 1 second to like react. Major dickhead. Kale McCarr. Oh, off the post. Oh God, 3-on-1 here for the Kings. Uh-oh. Oh no. What a save. What a fucking save. Avs, 10 minutes left, 0-0. Oh, we got fights. We got people
Crazy
pushing
fight.
back here.
Crazy
Manson, McCarr. You love to see it. McKinnon, get out of there. Where's Landeskog? He better be in the middle of it.
Did you see that the PGA apparently, if Liv does go under, they might make these dudes play either the International or the Corn Ferry for a season to get back to their PGA status, which I think is fair. Like, hey, you left, you got to earn your way back.
Yeah, I mean, dude, anything. Here's the thing about DeChambeau, man. He's still going to be a major draw because people want to see him win and they want to see him lose even more, right? So, like, just get him in there. The majors are fun because you have DeChambeau and Rahm and Rory and everybody competing. Real quick about sticking with golf, one of the craziest finishes I've seen. Fitzpatrick and Scotty Scheffler go into an extra hole, right? Playoff.
Yeah,
so they play 18 again, which I thought was interesting. Just straight back to 18. See you later. Windy as fuck. Matt Fitzpatrick's approach shot, just needles, bud. Fucking great shot. Turns out he tells everybody, like, they were like, "What an incredible shot, man. You went for it." No, he's like, "Dude, I hit a horrible shot. I pulled it, and the wind just floated it right there." So I thought that was pretty cool. When him and Scotty were introducing themselves, like there was like a little funny moment where he's like, "Matt," like as if Scotty Scheffler didn't know who Matt Fitzpatrick was. So I thought it was kind of cool, an incredible finish. Scotty, second place 2 weeks in a row. So I think it's pretty safe to say that he's got his swagger back. So you could be definitely looking for him to win some big tournaments coming up, in the summer. But that was a great tournament, man. I think that is like better than any live shit. So I think like if I had a choice to watch DeChambeau blame, blame somebody else or watch Scotty and Fitzpatrick, some of these other guys compete, I think I'd probably lean PGA. But
oh yeah, 100%.
The only cool thing about live, so like real quick, then we'll summarize this, is like they could take some aspects from live, what they did right, and put it into PGA. Like you'll get younger fans if you're playing music. I'm not saying do that at fucking Augusta, but like what they do also at Waste Management like doesn't need to be changed. So big fight for the Avs. Somebody's bleeding.
Did another one. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, Liv, what do you think about the team aspect?
So there's a team tournament this weekend. It's in Louisiana. It's at New Orleans, and I love it. I think it's fucking sick. I think Ben Griffin won it last year. So this one is legit, actually. If you win this, you qualify for all the other majors. So like I heard like Brooks Koepka like needs to win it. He's on the verge of like losing his, I don't know if it's losing his card or whatever, but like there's a lot of people that are going to take this really seriously. So I'm interested to see like how the teams align. Because like if Rory and Scotty just played it, I don't know why not, but like I don't know how that works. I just saw something about it and I was like, that's actually fucking cool. Let's be honest too. I think like golf is great to watch at the majors and stuff, but like, dude, if it's Scotty and fucking Rory versus like Fleetwood and John Rahm, just for example, like, dude, people are gonna fucking bet and they're gonna bet heavy on that shit, right? So I think that'd be fun. To do more of that shit. I think the Riders Cup, that's what makes this so intense. Jordan said in this game, yeah, we need our boy to score. Yeah, this is getting physical. They're talking shit on the side here. You love to see it. Jury's talking shit. They'll probably drop the gloves here soon. You love seeing it. Kings are gonna try to be scrappy. Like they're gonna try to slow the Avs down. Everybody knows that. Stick to your game. Stick to your game plan, Avs. They're meeting up right now. Nobody knows what's going on.
Don't fall for
Nobody knows what's going on. But yeah, dude, team
Neckus just got totally cheap shotted.
Team orientate golf. Yes, I'm in. You got anything else? Golf, NASCAR, NBA, NHL. Obviously, the Avs are at home right now. But before we move on to NFL big draft 2 days away.
No, I played my first round of golf this year. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. But
Oh yeah, that's right. What happened?
dude, the course was the green was a sand pit. You know, like they were doing all their prep work because it was going to rain over the weekend. So, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of missing putts, how was your putt game? Are you gonna get a Scotty Cameron or what?
I don't even get mad because I'm so bad. I'm just out there, dude. It was kind of nice though. I did 9 holes. The whole time I was the only person on the golf course. The whole time.
Ooh, yeah, early.
Yeah,
you'd love to see that.
Real quick, we're pins and aces.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out Pins and Aces. Promo code Crew Talk 20% off. I might be a horrible golfer, but at least I'll look good while I'm out there.
Yes, that's literally the brand.
But yeah, that was about it. So we'll keep practicing. It's supposed to snow again this weekend up here, so have to wait a couple weeks before I get back on the course.
You hate to see it. Yeah, Jordan's just ripping me here. Now I'm acting like Bryson. That is over the line here and could be the most offensive chat I've ever gotten on here. By the way, speaking of chats, Dante, do you remember that one guy who came and like preached like some religious shit while we were like having a case race or some shit? King's on a 2-minute power play after all the conundrums of fighting here. So let's get into NFL, man. We got a lot to cover. Let's start with breaking news. Then we could do some other stuff that we got. So first things first, Mike Tomlin joins NBC Sunday Night Football desk. You love to see that. I think that's super sick. He's going to be great. He'll be a coach. What's your chances? I know we're going to get into like rumors and stuff, but what's the chances Tomlin coaches college before NFL?
Oh, it's great. The NIL makes things a lot different because now it's almost like the NFL. You got to manage your budget for your NIL and different things like that. I can honestly see if he's just like tired of the NFL game. Hey, I'll go to college, but I think he takes the Sean Payton route, takes a year, maybe 2 off, and then teams will be begging for him, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like a veteran. Like a veteran team. I got some Steelers draft shit here later. 45 seconds on the power play left. So Cowboys, this was fucking nuts. Signed Ev's boy Brandon Aubrey, 4-year 120 million. Jesus, 4-year 20 million. What is this? It's the biggest deal for a kicker of all time.
Yeah, most guaranteed money.
Yeah, most guaranteed money and the most money.
It's 4 year. I should have wrote this better. 4 years, 28 million. 20 million's guaranteed though.
Yeah,
the most ever guaranteed for a kicker.
Yeah,
so, he's got a super cool story. He was played soccer and then he actually saw like he was just watching football and there was a missed kick and his girlfriend's like, "You can make that, babe." And then he's like, "You're right." And then he just started playing football, played for the Birmingham Stallions a couple years, and then to the Cowboys. So pretty cool story.
So here's my thing is somebody's going to say it's worth it because he can kick 60-yarders and he can kick fucking, 50-yarders at a pretty high accuracy. What are the Cowboys doing, dude? It's a kicker at the end of the day. Let's be honest, man.
I mean, dude, $7 million though with the salary cap, that's nothing. That's just...
So another contract extension here. 49ers, 12-time Pro Bowler, absolute dog. Need him on the pod. Trent Williams, a 2-year, $50 million extension. Abs power play over now. Thank fuck. Hey, you got to protect the boy. I think he's gotten like close to $240 million in his career. Cool thing about Trent Williams, he makes the position really cool. So a lot of kids want to be offensive linemen. He's always been about that life. I respect it. When this dude was at Washington, he was a dog. He could be the best left tackle of all time, honestly. Pay him, give him another extension when this shit's done, dude. I mean, he's potentially the best ever. So I heard about this one too. Eagles remain open to trading AJ Brown. Patriots remain highly interested in acquiring the star. So they have to wait until June 1st.
Yeah.
Why?
I think it just has to do with the numbers on like what's guaranteed and what's owed. So I think for the Eagles, if to get offload some dead cap, it's more beneficial if they trade him after June 1st. So they're just going to wait.
I think he is a
also,
Patriot too. I was listening to the Fantasy Footballers podcast. They're like, it's pretty likely Adam Schefter's almost guaranteeing it. So I do think this trade happens. And dude, let's be honest, bro. This is the time of year to trade a receiver. Like this draft is so fucking loaded. Like, dude, they could draft 2 receivers. And I'm in on Devontae Smith fantasy value. This does hurt Jalen Hurts though. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I think so. It also depends on like maybe these teams like the Eagles be like, oh, we have actually a receiver we want to draft, so if we can get him, we'll feel good moving on from AJ Brown. Versus, or if they're like, but if we don't get this guy, we might keep him. Or same thing for the Patriots. So I think at this point the teams are kind of like, all right, this is who we have. Let's see how the draft shakes out, and then go get some needs after that.
Yeah. Well, I know that he loves Vrabel. I know he was like caught on TV when they traded AJ Brown when he was with Tennessee. Like he was like sad and mad. He's actively tried to get him back. So
did you see? I didn't put it on here, but Vrabel had his first press conference back.
Yeah, dude, I listened to it.
Some tough conversations were had internally with my family.
I'm like, okay, buddy.
They were bummed. Right.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of wide receivers, these guys just can't stop fucking up. Zachariah Branch, former Georgia wide receiver, potential day 2 pick, arrested early Sunday morning in Athens, Georgia. 2 possible misdemeanor charges. God, man.
Did you watch the clip on this? It was, I'm no expert. I could be wrong, but from what I saw, it was just like basically like the cop was just talking to him and he's just being kind of like an asshole to the cop and not really listening to him or doing anything. So the cop basically, I think it was like an obstruction charge or something like that. So I think it wasn't like anything crazy, but at the same time, like, bro, you got the draft coming up. Why even in this situation?
Yeah.
I mean, just have a little bit more IQ.
Yeah, no, I know. I agree. Especially with the deep wide receiver draft, man. It's like you just honestly dropped yourself a couple spots, which is, a couple M's. Rams free agent Jimmy Garoppolo considered their top option as backup QB. Is considering retirement. The GOAT. Shout out to my boy Dakota. Went to college with Jimmy. He said the dude was just a slayer on and off the field, if you know what I mean. Abs now on a power play. Anyways, Jimmy G, man, one could say if he does retire, let down. A lot of people were talking about him taking Brady's spot.
Yeah. I mean, I saw some rumors that if the Rams don't get a quarterback and he retires, they could be trading possibly for Anthony Richardson. So,
oh God,
yeah.
I don't think McVay would do that to himself, dude. That's like a major project, dude. That's like, okay, now I have too much on my plate, like
I saw former also backup Patriots QB Brissett. He's with the the Cardinals now, and he's sitting out training camp right now because he wants a contract extension and starter money. It's like, bro, you had a nice little year. You didn't win any games. They are signing you to tank, brother. You are not the franchise QB. Stay home. They'll play Gardner Minshew.
Christ, dude. Now Landeskog's on a penalty, dude. Now it's 4-on-4 for 47 seconds. Then 5-on-4 in the Kings' favor. Dude, we got to stay out of the box, boys. Come on. Yeah. Speaking of washed up, Giants visited and worked out with Odell Beckham Jr. Had no idea he was still in the league. Dante, who did he play for last year?
I know he was with the Dolphins for a little while. Then was it the Chiefs?
Nobody knows.
No idea.
Dude, he's got to hang it up. One of the best catches I've ever seen, hands down. Odell was the guy.
Dude, that was so long ago though. Isn't that crazy to think about how long ago that was?
He's played for a lot of teams, bro. A lot of teams. Steelers have not received word from Aaron Rodgers because he's high off Hofshawashka, whatever the fuck he's doing in Puerto Rico or some random island in the fucking Philippines. No expectation of final decision prior to the NFL draft. Let's be honest, dude. He's a dirtbag, but he's not a complete idiot. He'll at least tell the Steelers that he's coming back for one more year. But I do want to talk about, we got the last 15, 20 minutes about what the Steelers need to do in the draft. But I don't know. You got anything on your boy Hawashka?
I mean, I feel like he wanted to retire, and then the Steelers went and hired Mike McCarthy, basically begging him to play another year. So I don't know. If I was him, I'd just hang it up. But he's kind of cocky. He probably feels like he's got another year. He's like, oh, I got one more in me.
Well, dude, they got to let the Steelers know, man. Otherwise, like, they're not going to have a quarterback. Like,
oh, dude, he's such an asshole of a teammate to not at least let them know what's going on. They're like, hey, bro, do we need to draft a quarterback? I don't know.
Do we have free agency?
I'm actually in a darkness retreat right now. You can't even get a hold of me.
Yep, can't communicate. Hi, Fawashka. All right, so you got some NFL draft rumors. Then we'll get into draft props after.
Yes, I'm just gonna a couple things I've been seeing on Twitter, and like this is when all the smoke comes out this week. So you just tell me if it's smoke or maybe you're believing it. But so the Jets, we'll start with them. All-time idiot franchise. They are now odds-on favorite to draft David Bailey, number 2.
I saw that minus 130.
Yeah, pre-draft visit scheduled with him that they canceled. People are clowning him. They're like, bro, why would you not get this guy in there? Even if you are going to draft him, show him the facility, maybe give him a play, whatever. Do you think that they canceled it because they're for sure drafting him, or do you think plans have changed?
I would probably lean plans have changed, man. I mean, you're right. Why not bring him in? Like, give him a playbook. There's different things. I don't think it's like that critical, but sure. If you put a gun to my head, I would say something changed. And it is the New York Bozo Jets, bud. And let's be honest, they could draft fucking Sadiq in the 2nd overall pick. And if you said you were surprised, you'd be a liar.
I mean, that is true. I mean, they don't even know what they're doing. My next one I saw is Ty Simpson. So interesting stat about Simpson. No NFL quarterback who has less than 20 starts in college that really ever panned out to be that's taken in the first round. Simpson fits that build. He's only got 14 starts on him. Rumors are that he will guaranteed to be going in the first round. Top teams are the Jets and the Cardinals. How would you feel as a fan if your team takes Ty Simpson?
Well, if I'm either of those teams, I'm feeling okay. Let's try it. It's potentially better. I think I don't want to compare him to Jackson Dart, SEC quarterback, but I will say I do kind of feel like that 22 numbers talking to me. If a team comes back in at 22, right, or the Jets or wherever they're fucking around, they're everywhere, all over the draft board. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ty Simpson goes there. I was gonna say I got him projected to the Steelers at plus 1,400. That value to me is just blaring, especially with Aaron Rodgers, Hawashka shit going on. So here's the thing, too, dude. His teams overpay for quarterback. You see it every fucking year.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'll see like a Shedeur slide from Simpson. I think it's first rounder. I saw over under on quarterbacks drafted in the first round, which is obviously 1.5. And I'm like, I think a team's going to reach. And I think that the chance that there's multiple teams even makes it more expensive, right? If it was like just the Steelers, I don't think the Jets and the Cardinals would be. I think they're going to be fighting for each other for getting back in that first round, getting up there. So I think he's going to be a goner day one.
Well, I think the problem is the drop off after him. It's like if you don't go strike and get a quarterback, get ready to learn Nussmeier. So
well, let's be honest, man. Like the Steelers, like let's say you draft Simpson and it's like, okay, he's got to watch and he's watching Rodgers and you guys don't make the playoffs and you're a top 10 pick next year, like. You have the possibility to. It's not saying you can't draft a quarterback, right? If the guy's there, I know it's one of the deepest drafts of all time. They're saying next year, already fucking way too early. But if it is the deepest draft of all time, then sitting top 10 next year won't be a bad thing either. So
yeah. Another thing I saw, a little bit of Denver action here. So Sean Payton has traded for a veteran player 2 of the last 3 drafts. Do you think the Broncos will make a move? And a couple things I saw or heard potential targets. Well, one, people have been floating Kyle Pitts. Maybe you make a move, Mims, maybe a draft pick for Pitts. It's really not going to be as expensive as people think. Or we got like a couple 6th and 7th round picks. Hey, no one's there. We don't really like the running backs. Do we go get Kamara?
Yes. I could see both. I could see us sliding in for Debo too for free agency. Yeah, I could totally see Sean making a very inexpensive splash. I'd like to see us make a move for sure, but I don't know. I mean, I would love Kamara just because I think that running back room is mediocre, and I think adding Kamara makes it slightly better, right? I mean, that's in my opinion, that's a fact. So, yeah, man, if we could move Franklin, I think we could do a lot with Franklin. You know, Franklin, Mims, and a 4th, right? I think you could be really creative with that. Now, is there an edge rusher that we need? Is there a nose tackle? I'd be open to even doing something like that. Dexter Lawrence, top 10 pick, you know, like find a 2nd, 3rd round Dexter Lawrence out there for the Browns and go get him or something like that. Yes, let's make a splash. Let's do it. I'm going to buy now sense because we lost an AFC championship game. To me, that's still considered you're a buy now team. That video of Bo Nix and his daughter gave me the fucking goosebumps. So I think he's going to come back ready to roll. Let's give him all the tools he can. Like, I'm okay with our offense. Waddle, obviously, fucking makes me rock hard, but the running back room is still like a step away. And it's like we did not improve it at all. So, sure, give me Kamara. I mean, I've been speaking Kamara for like 3 years, dude. So if that happens, the jersey's ordered. I don't give a fuck if he plays 3 games, dude. It could be like a Jamal Charles. Remember when he came to Denver? Like, that's what I think that experiment would be like. It wouldn't be very fun. It would be very fun. It wouldn't be very productive. I'll just say that.
Count me out on Kamara. Count me in on Sean Payton making some sneaky move. Last one, and this leads us into our next segment here, our topic. Rumors are that if the Jets don't take an edge rusher Bailey, that the Saints could try to trade all the way up to 3 to get him. There's rumors the Browns really want to trade back. The Commanders want to trade back. And then there's rumors the Chiefs want to trade up to grab a guy like Jordan Tyson or Sadiq. How many trades? I couldn't find odds on it, but I'll just ask you. How many trades are there done inside the top 10 on draft night?
I would say 2. It's always been one of my favorite numbers. I'm going to stick with it. I think 2 is fine. I think the Giants having multiple do they have multiple? No.
Yeah, they do now. They have 5 and 10 because of that trade with the Bengals.
Right. Yep. So you could potentially see something there, but I don't think so. I'll talk about the Giants here too, but yeah, give me 2 trades, man. Give me 2. Give me 2. I think 2 is a solid number. Would I be surprised with 3? No.
Yeah, I was gonna. If I had to set the over under, I'd say 1.5. So
1.5.
I think you're right.
I'm on the over. I'm on the over. I just want to see fireworks, man. Let's be honest. Draft day is so much fun because it's like, oh fuck, here we go. Let's start fantasy mock drafting, right? So
or like when Michael Penix gets drafted, and you're like, what? There's definitely gonna be like a couple of those where you're just like mind blowing.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals moving back and letting the Saints move up. I saw that too, to potentially 2 or 3 there.
Yeah,
so Jets or Cardinals moving back. But to me, you have Bailey, Reese, Styles.
Yeah,
I think like you're okay with any of those 3. Now, obviously, they know more than me, but dude, if I'm sitting at 3, 4, or 5, and one of those guys is my guys, I'm feeling pretty confident I'm gonna get one of them. So I'm staying. Plus, dude, to move up that much is so fucking expensive. I think I've talked about it 3 podcasts in a row. The Travis Hunter move up was really expensive. So I would, if I'm top 5, dude, I'm moving back. I'm pretty convinced if I was the Raiders, I'd be moving back too. So let's see. A lot of GMs get like pressure, right? The coaches like want immediate impact. So they're like, nope, you need to stick in draft, where it's like, yeah, but look at the haul, look at the haul we could get. So right. Yeah, I'll go 2. I'll go 2. Avs 2 minutes left, still 0-0.
I like it. That was all the rumors I saw. I don't know if you've been on Twitter and seen anything floating out there, but it's just always interesting to see like who's leaking stuff this year. The thing that scares me the most that I've seen though is reports that the Chiefs want playmakers, Sadiq and Jordan Tyson possibly. So just I would hate to see that as a Broncos fan.
They're gonna draft Mekhi Lemon because
I think he's a Ram.
They picked up Kenneth Walker. I've been talking about Mekhi Lemon since last year, mid-season in the football season. And now it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to like not watch the Chiefs, man. I'm just gonna have to be doing that because I'm so pissed about Kenneth Walker still too, man. He would have looked so good in the orange and blue. All right, I got some draft props for you. So this is like odds on DraftKings. So sports bets that we got for draft night. 2 nights away. Make sure you guys lock them in. I am gonna wait until draft day because there's still gonna be a lot of moving around, and let's be honest, some of this shit might be fucked up here. So I wanted to talk about the 4th overall pick, Sam's Tennessee Titans. I brought it up last week. I don't think there's any chance Jeremiah Love does not get drafted here on DraftKings for him to be the 4th pick. So even if there was fucking some weird trade and some other team comes up, you're still in it. Jeremiah Love minus 115, 4th overall pick. Dude, it makes sense. Help your young quarterback out, right? They're invested, new team, new logo, new stadium, new coach, new quarterback. Go get him a dog. Jeremiah Love, like a lot of people have said, he's the best player in the draft. Why would you pass that? It's early, I know, but at the same time, like get that young fan base committed into a fun offense. You know, get that young offense going a little bit. Help them out in the run game, and then maybe you could splurge and try to get some wide receiver next year. Really deep draft as well. I think that Titans offensive room could look a lot better with the addition of Jeremiah Love. Minus 115 too.
That'd be an interesting one. Robert Saleh there obviously, got fired by the Jets because he could never get the offense going. Brian Dable's there, so it's like, all right, you're gonna have a positive influence that's gonna be like, listen, dude, I know you want that defensive stud for your defense, but we got to get our young QB some weapons. I think Jeremiah Love would be a great pick for them. Carnell Tate could be a good pick for him, but
yeah,
things have gotten kind of quiet for him. Yeah, a little early. So I don't know, but I just would not be shocked to see them not do the right thing and take a defensive guy. I wouldn't be shocked by it.
Well, this leads, I'll do one more and then we can kick over to you. This leads into my next kind of hedge, if you will. So, Francis, how do you say his fucking name? The offensive tackle from the U?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Maogua? Whatever. Obviously some fucking Samoan motherfucker. So I found a couple things on him. So, for him to be the first offensive lineman chosen, minus 210, which is really juicy, and I get it. Mm-hmm. But, the other person that they're saying would be an option is Spencer Fano, which, Kuiper's last mock draft, had him dropping to 9. So give me the first offensive lineman taken, Francis, to sprinkle on top of that. You could do to the Giants specific or top 5 at plus 300. So Tennessee doesn't get love. They, like you said, they switch gears and they want to protect that asset. Boom, I'm cashing. Sitting at 5 is also the New York Giants, right? So I think that since you got 2 picks in the top 10, protect your young asset. You got back-to-back picks there. Technically, dude, the Saints are 3. I think that's way too early. But if you want to talk protecting Tyler Shough, 3 rookies back-to-back. So, hey, man, it's never too early to draft a 10, 12-year vet. They love this guy. So I think he's the best offensive lineman, minus 210, top 5, plus 300. He'll fall to 6.
I could definitely see that. The Browns for sure are going to probably take a lineman right there at 6. So, what I've heard the knock on this year's draft is that there's not many tackles. Like the drop off is huge, so you're going to have teams overspending or getting
the demand is still there though, 100%. So yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised at all. I've been looking at some of these over-unders for players, so I'll just go through a couple that I saw. Carnell Tate, we just talked about him. Over-under 7.5. I think I might take the over on that one. And honestly, I've seen some mocks where they have Jordan Tyson being drafted ahead of him. So
which is ridiculous.
It would be crazy. But that's one I like the over on. And then I was trying to find the Jacob Rodriguez one. Another one, Ruben Bryant Jr. He had some off the field issues, car accident. I think, fatal car accident he was involved in. Maybe the driver. His over under, he's kind of been dropping. It's now minus 400 for over 8.5. Maybe some of that stuff gets leaked by a team that wants him. And we talked about edge rusher being a premium. So plus
this guy's for sure a Raven. Dude, does he not fit the script of a Raven? Like sitting at 14,
drops,
the Ravens
should have been gone earlier.
He drops, shouldn't be there. Draft a top 5 guy. Like, dude, like that's such a Ravens thing, man.
Yeah,
but I could totally see that.
I could see the Saints taking him at 8 if they don't make a move too. So that was one I just thought was kind of interesting, just because before all this he was being mocked for sure a little bit higher. Ty Simpson over under is 24.5. So you're looking at a team possibly trading back into the first round to get him. The Jets, I think they have like the first pick or a top pick in the second round. So people are theorizing they also have the 16th overall pick.
Steelers are at 21.
Yep, Steelers 21. I don't know. I might take the over on that one. I think maybe if a team does come get him, they're getting him like with 30. Like, hey, let's get the 5th year on this guy. I like Ty Simpson, but I guess he's a quarterback. We should know he's going to go. But
that's interesting. I'd lean that over there. If I had to choose, I would probably choose that over.
Yeah. Last one, Sonny Styles. So this dude, combine week, if you remember, like just skyrocketed up the draft board. People would be like, oh, he could go 2 overall. Right now, his over-under is 5.5. Plus 115 under 5.5. So in the top 5, you're looking about like I saw the Cowboys love him. They can trade all the way up to like 3 or 4 to get him. So I would take the under on that too.
Expensive. I don't know because I think what is it? 6.5?
5.5 plus 115.
That's right there, man. I mean, I don't know. You got Avril Reese and Bailey and Styles, like which one's going to be the last one? If so, Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Avril Reese was supposed to go sick. This David Bailey's kind of just really skyrocketed up. I saw some stats on him too about like his wingspan and his total sack production. It's very like red flags as far as like guys with that number of sacks and that short of a wingspan having real success in the NFL, especially
it's the Jets, man. That's what they do, bro. That's why they're putting them there. They're like, what pick doesn't make sense? David Bailey, measurements don't add up. Jets, they don't give a fuck. Right. I got 2 for you. So Broncos first selected position. You're gonna love this one. I know Ev would too. Linebacker plus 225. I saw edge rusher was plus 235. I'm okay there too, but inside linebacker is the move. I think that last mock draft that we went over last week where we had Anthony Hill Jr. there, we know the boys want Rodriguez, but I think there's a few linebackers right there at that 60 to 65 range that are going to be floating around. At the end of the day, though, you might as well put punter in there because Sean Payton's literally going to do opposite of what everybody's thinking. So it would be interesting to be creative in that position. Like, what do we not need, Dante? And what would be totally random? Find a 3rd rounder and be like, that's it right there. Because there's some crazy odds. So I also like Ty Simpson to the Steelers. Like I said, you got him at 30. Steelers are sitting 21. Your boy's on fucking Kong Island, smoking Hawaska. Nobody knows what Aaron Rodgers is doing. Hanging out on Kong Island with fucking King Kong, finding himself as a fucking 41-year-old man. Plus 1,400. Why not? Let's take a stab. Let's have some fun on draft night.
Ooh. Plus 1,400 for Ty Simpson or quarterback?
Simpson to the Steelers. Plus 1,400. So it doesn't have to be that 21st pick. It doesn't have to be any pick. It's just what team will Ty Simpson end up? So like, let's say he drops to round 2. I'm not hitting the panic button. I just need the Steelers to pull the trigger.
Gotcha. And he's plus 1,400 for the Steelers position player is 1,400 for be a quarterback as well. So you could like double dip a little bit if you're really confident. For real quick on Denver, you said linebacker. This is not the pick I would make, but I don't know why. I just had like this gut feeling. Plus 425 tight end.
Tight end. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, because Stowers will be there. I think he'll be gone. I think like the Panthers or somebody will reach for him in the second round. So I think
plus 750 safety. I think those are 2 sleeper picks that I could definitely see Denver making.
Safety would be interesting. It's just like, how much more do you want to build into the best defensive backfield in football?
Right.
Like, oh, hey, we're a pick away. Let's add to the depth of cornerback and safety. Could you imagine the scenes if it's a cornerback? Like, I almost want to do it and just be like, well, here's the kicker, dude. Is like, if we trade Riley Moss, whatever, to the Falcons and a fucking 4th for like Pitts, whatever. Just because I know you love him, right? That means that we all got to run to our phones and press corner, right? I mean, it's just like, it's so indicative on like what teams do on draft day. Like,
right.
What's everybody doing? What positions are falling? Are the linebackers dropping, flying off the board, right? Early? Have the edge rushers fallen? Are the wide receivers flying off the charts? Does Sean Payton feel like he wants to pull the trigger there and maybe try to make a move? Like if we trade wide receivers, if we trade Franklin, and then whatever, we trade him for a 4th, and then we're like, okay, fuck, now we need, take a stab at Concepcion. Why is he still floating around? Just for example. So You never know, dude. It's almost worth just totally letting Luciana press the button like she did one time for that hockey game, and it hit. And I put a 5er on it instead of a 10er. You love to see it
sometimes.
Yeah, Abs tied 0-0. Let's sweat the rest of this game out, Dante.
Yes.
But other than that, man, big draft. So make sure you guys are tuning into the boys. Chilla Betts will be out of town. Work trip, Dante, to Blackrock.
Real quick. So nuts on table. Who's Denver's first draft pick?
It's Anthony Hill Jr., the Texas linebacker.
All right. Ev said Josiah Trotter, Missouri linebacker. Ev does not know ball.
Which is funny because that was one of my guys. Like, this guy, like, waits for me to come up with my guys and then fucking says it. Like, this guy.
And mine is Eli Stowers. I just think for some reason that's Denver. My motto with them on draft night, just whatever you least expect is what they're going to do. Everyone's like, oh, they need a linebacker.
Yeah. Somebody find a West Virginia guard. That's what we're doing, dude. Like, that's like probably the move, bro. Yeah. Like, I would have beaten that.
Yeah, that's why that or safety.
Nose tackle, the kid from Florida that I was talking about. Like, I'm okay there too, dude. Is that Caleb Banks? Yeah, it was Banks. Other than that, man, make sure you guys tune in draft night. What's the plan for Friday?
Yeah, so on Friday, I think we're gonna be going live starting at 5 p.m. when the round 2 starts, and then no end time. So we'll just be going till we see fit. We're gonna be reacting to all the picks, bringing in fans and some other podcasters out there to break down their team's picks, and I just want that live reaction. We'll be sharing the link on on X and stuff. Like, hop in, scream, bitch about your pick, let us hear it, celebrate, tell us you're going to Super Bowl. Like, we just want to get some raw reactions because we're all fans, and Broncos Twitter is going to be melting down no matter who we draft. We could draft freaking Josh Allen or something and they'd be still crying. So no matter what, no one's gonna be happy. That's what we're here for. Having some beers, watching the draft should be a good time.
Yep. You getting some wings Friday? The people are asking in the chat.
Thursday. That's my draft night tradition. Wings on draft night. But I'll make enough. I got leftovers for Friday.
You're not gonna push it to Friday? You're gonna stick first round draft night?
First round draft night. I'll be busy. I'll be on here. I'm not gonna be eating wings on here. Maybe more of like a pizza vibe.
Oh my god, bro. Please bring some wings on, dude. That would be fucking legendary. Get a sponsor from B-Dubs. Okay, well, we'll see you guys for episode 130 Friday. Again, check the Twitter, check the link right below the live show. We're gonna tweet out the link. You just press it. You join the lobby. It's super easy. We'll bring you on. We do it all the time. You guys saw Noah recently. So we got Packers fans. I know we got a Titans fan. We got Eagles fans. So we got a lot of different people coming
Cowboys.
on. Absolutely. Yeah, we got Cowboys. Absolutely no Chiefs fans. We'll ever be on, bro. So yeah, we'll have a Cowboy fan on the whole time. So yeah, no, my boy Hassan will want to come on too. So got a lot of people, man. Just come on, have a good time, have a beer. Don't say a word. It doesn't matter. Just hang out. Yeah, come check us out. So that'll be Friday. Other than that, Dante, for the first time in the podcast history, let's go ahead and play the outro and everybody go sweat this Avs game. Deuces.